A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology compared how students performed on a test to how they thought they did. Students took a test and then they had to predict how many questions they got right. Many of the students with lower scores had vastly overestimated their scores, while the higher scoring students tended to think they scored worse than they actually did. You may have also noticed that the topper in your class tends to underestimate his performance in every test. You may think that pretending you know everything, even when you don't, makes you come across as smarter. But in reality, people who are not afraid to be self-critical tend to be the brainier ones. A classic study by Justin Kruger and David Dunning, known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, described that the less intelligent you are, the more you overestimate your cognitive abilities. So intelligence sign number 1, you don't think you are very intelligent. Albert Einstein said, "I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious." A study in the Journal of Individual Differences found that people who scored higher on IQ tests as children tended to be more curious and open to new ideas as adults. If you love to learn, the more you will learn, the smarter you will get. While a mediocre person might look at something he doesn't immediately get, that person would just pass by the subject. An intelligent person would know that if you give it a look with curiosity, what you don't understand now should become pretty soon obvious. Without curiosity, there wouldn't be people like Leonardo da Vinci, known for his concepts of flying machines from studying animal flight in nature. Curiosity fuels intelligence. Without it, we wouldn't discover new things, neither about others and ourselves. So intelligence sign number 2, you are curious. Einstein's famous thought experiments were the key to coming up with the theory of relativity. Einstein imagined what it would be like to ride a light beam and from thenceforth sprung his insight and understanding of the nature of light and time. This is not to suggest that Einstein didn't also have a deep understanding of quantum physics and mathematics, but his breakthrough started with his creative imagination. That's probably why he said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Creativity is the highest form of intelligence because it goes beyond knowledge recall and extends into knowledge creation. Someone can be very knowledgeable and have excellent information recall, but creativity and innovation require some novel form of intelligence that is of a higher order. So intelligence sign number 3, you are creative. Imagine a computer with thousands, millions of input channels. It needs a pretty big processor to handle all the incoming data, right? Well, the same goes for your mind. This computer is, in fact, you. Every second, millions of data comes into your experience. Your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin all sense what's going on in your environment. Your internal sensors give you data on temperature, thirst, hunger, balance, energy levels, and much more besides. You sense a lot of things, perhaps at levels that other people don't notice. You can hear sounds that others miss. Or maybe you spot unevenness in a painted wall, and the best thing is you can almost feel what someone is thinking or feeling. This is a core component of emotional intelligence. If you are sensitive, you have much information to process than an average person. You need a bigger processor that is a higher level of general intelligence to do this. Maybe your sensitivity lead to you developing higher processing powers, your high intelligence. So intelligence sign number 4, you are sensitive. Do you consider yourself as funny? If you answered yes, that's funny because you are probably not funny. If you answered no, oh boy, are you funny? According to researchers Gil Green-Gross and Geoffrey Miller, both from the University of New Mexico, and Rod A. Martin from the University of Western Ontario, humor is a sign of underlying cognitive ability and fitness. This assertion was confirmed by an interesting study the trio did involving college students. The researchers asked a group of college students to perform a humorous task by creating made-up profiles of people based on some basic information. The students then rated how funny the other study participants' answers were, and then all participants were asked to complete tests of general intelligence. The study revealed that general intelligence was a strong predictor of humor. The funny guys and girls, those with a great sense of humor, tended to have better cognitive ability and more smartness. Also, another study published in the 1970s looked at 55 male and 14 female comedians and found that they consistently scored significantly higher on IQ tests than the average population. Whereas the average IQ score in the general population is between 90 and 110, male comedians were found to score on average 138 and female comedians scored on average 126. So intelligence sign number 5, you are funny. So now if I sum up the whole video, the 5 signs that convey that you are intelligent than you realize are: number 1, you don't think you are very intelligent. Number 2, you are curious. Number 3, you are creative. Number 4, you are sensitive. And number 5, you are funny. At last, a little request to you. If you have found this video useful, then please share it with your friends and family, because in this way, you can also help to change someone's life. Thanks for watching. More wisdom, more solution, better life.